access to the prison that holds them. And after a 6,000-mile journey, I'm at the point of no return and wondering just what I've got myself into. My guide through the labyrinth of Pollsmoor is Chris Malhas, a senior warder with 29 years service. He takes me straight to the arrival centre where hundreds of new prisoners are admitted weekly. It's an unnerving place. The frightened faces of the young prisoners tell their own story. They already know the horrific reputation of the number, and from this moment on, non-gang members are prey to robbery and sexual violence. This man is a convicted murderer and a senior member of the 28s. He's taking an interest in a new arrival, perhaps soliciting him for potential membership of the number or simply seeking to extort money or favours. Every prisoner faces a humiliating strip search. While the authorities know many of them will be facing the number gang for the first time, equally many will have already submitted to their brutal power. Chris, they're making them squat, yeah?
Yep.
Why are they doing that?
We're looking for those who put drugs in their anus up.
In their anus?
So, yeah, while they're squatting, maybe...
Because it pushes it out, yeah?
Yes, when they squat.
And what will they have inside the backside?
They will have what we call a poke,
A poke,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so, piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And, you have dacha, mandrax, any drug or substance. And that's also a way of, preparing them for maybe later on to have sexual intercourse. If you allow them to do this poke now, you agree to them, for later on to, abuse.
Being screwed.
Yeah.
As I watch prisoners arrive, I notice some are heavily tattooed. Chris informs me that they're members of the number gang, old hands returning to Pollsmoor. Their amateur tattoos are carved in with razors and blackened with ink. Gangsters are marked men for life. What are these? Your rank?
Yeah.
What gang do you belong to?
The 26s, yeah?
Okay, what is this for? What does it symbolize? The chain?
Don't want to say, huh?
And this means money?
Money.
It means money.
Thank you. Huh? Chris is one of Pollsmoor's longest-serving warders and commands huge respect here. There's very little he doesn't know about the number. These men are hardened, violent criminals, and it's solely due to his presence that they consent to be questioned.
Hello,
I'm Ross, mate. Pleased to meet you. Yeah? You in the 28s? Yeah? How long have you been in the 28s?
How long is you need 28? How long?
28 years.
28 years. You have the stars on your shoulders. What do they mean? What do they mean? Are they ranked?
So officer.
Officer.
Diggers, nee. I dig my what? My grave. Whose grave is this? Who's a grap? Didn't you dig your grave by becoming a 28? Is that what you're saying? You say, I dig my grave because I become a 28. Okay. You're saying I cry for?
I cry for blood.
So, which line of the 28 you belong to? Which line? The bloodline.
Bloodline. The bloodline refers to the 28's fighting men and distinguishes them from what's known as the White Line, a subservient branch of the gang. Can I ask a question? What do you think of the 26? The 26? You don't know what I mean?
No.
You have no idea what I mean? Never heard of 26s?
You
Not
said-
27s? The number has a pseudo-military hierarchy and is governed by a code of silence, the breaking of which is punishable by death. Even with Chris's help, Penetrating the world of the number is going to be a tough assignment.
The guys that we've talked to, the guys with epaulets tattooed on their shoulders, obviously the generals, the captains, or the first sergeants, second sergeants, obviously their personal esteem goes up when they're here, and you can understand why a lot of them want to get in here, because out there, they're pretty worthless, they're nothing.
I've only been in Pollsmoor an hour, and it's an assault on the senses. Like entering a human zoo. The smells, sights and sounds are overwhelming. And I don't mind admitting, I'm frightened. I know not even the warders here are safe.
Many warders have been stabbed here, haven't they, or killed. One warder had his eye cut out, didn't he?
Yeah.
And another guy, I think, was stabbed.
Yes, I was there.
You were standing there?
Yeah, I was right there when Mr. Murray, I think he retired this year, 2006. He was stabbed 5 times.
But how many warders are there inside the actual maximum security prison to a prisoner? What's the relationship?
The relationship is 1 to 100.
So there's one warder per 100.
Yeah.
And most of these people are murderers or violent criminals.
Violence criminals, yeah, rape, murders,
If I'm going to understand the number, I'm going to have to mix with some of South Africa's most dangerous men. And my next step must take me into the lion's den. The number comprised 3 gangs: the 26s, the 27s, and the 28s.
So Chris, just tell me where I am in the prison now.
We're going now to the power base of the number.
The power base of the number.
Yes. We will go to 2 cells.
2 cells.
It's very dominant, 26 and 27.
The number is a ruthless brotherhood. When gang law is broken, they execute punishment, subjecting offenders to murder, mutilation, or gang rape. Visits to cells are very rare, and our access to Pollsmoor is almost unprecedented. Chris wants to make sure I don't screw up.
When we go now to the units now, to the cells, you focus, you have soft face, you breathe, and you make eye contact, and you think. You never show them there's any fear. You never show them that they are on top of you.
Well, if it starts going wrong, let me know.
I will.
We'll get out of there, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's not stay in there too long if we can help it.
Okay, sure. Already can come inside.
Chris's advice hasn't allayed my fears.
So it's all right for me to go in, Chris?
You must step inside. Just step inside. Step inside.
Afternoon.
I spend an hour in the cell with some of the hardest men in the prison. Amongst them, a member of the 27, the number's assassins. But I discover the number's code of silence is stronger than I anticipated.
But one thing that's coming quite apparent to me is that you guys don't really want to talk about the number to me. Can you tell me why that is?
Because we took out, you see, never to reveal our secrets to anybody else, unless it's one of us.
Right.
Unless it's one of us.
And I'm not one of you.
Yes.
But can I ask you one more question? What would happen if anybody did?
It's very dangerous. There is punishments. I won't go into detail with it.
Sure.
But it's punishments.
I could only imagine what the number was capable of.
Thank you. Paul? Thank you. Well, guys, what can I say? There we are. We talk to people, no one would talk about the number. And then there's people showing me it's the first definite 27 we met, and he looks like a 12-year-old child. So Chris, tell me where I am now. Where am I?
Yeah, you by the sentence side now. Sentence side.
These people say that means these people have been sentenced for long terms inside.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question though, Chris? We're in this yard now. How many people here are gang members, would you guess?
More than half of them.
More than half?
More than half, yeah. More than 50% of them.
I know that's my ranking.
Very
numbers.
high ranking, very high ranking. From the 26s as well as the 27s and 28s. If you look right across, you will
Yeah.
see there's 4 gentlemen standing.
The guys in the corner, they're looking at us now, yeah?
They are the hierarchy of the 28s.
Yeah.
They are the senior partners of the 28s.
You can see them very clearly defined that the 4 of them are sitting over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Are looking at us, yeah? And there are guys over there on the corner sitting on the steps, yeah?
They're 26.
The 26, yeah?
It seems Pollsmoor is ruled by the number. To try and stop it spreading, the authorities segregate gang and non-gang prisoners. It's the end of my first day in Pollsmoor, and I'm wondering if I'll ever crack the code of the number. In part 2, I see how scores are settled within the walls of Pollsmoor, and I journey to gangland South Africa, where the drug-ridden streets are ruled by the gun. I'm in South Africa investigating the fearsome prison gang, The Number. So far, I've confronted a wall of silence. My guide, senior warder Chris Malhas, has told me that the prison authorities allow the Number gang to run the daily prison duties. If I can get them talking about that, I may uncover some of their secrets.
Chris? Chris, is it right to come in, yeah?
Yes, please. Sit up, huh?
So can you explain to me what this is obviously a cell for how many guys?
I can speak so nice English. I can speak with Afrikaans.
14.
14 guys, yeah?
The 2 of you work specific with the food. Okay. You belongs to?
28 gang.
You belongs to
The
28.
28 control the food, huh?
Yes.
Has it always been like that?
Any
Why-
prison.
In every prison? So why don't the 26 control the food? Why not?
Now he having work to clean the place, clean the offices, and when anything having
Onde
work
botar,
to
onde
do.
o Peter
So I
ligar
would guess
agora,
the one
que ele
that
quer
does
chamar
the
o
food
Facebook.
has a bit more power than the one that does the cleaning. Is that true?
It's not a more power.
Lend me.
It's a balance.
It's only the balance and do it right, in the right way,
All right, this is
and can give food for everyone.
it's done fairly. So a 28 wouldn't get more food than a 26, no?
Oh, fair, doing all
Fair, straight.
How do you feel as 26ers if you entrust them to work with the food?
We agree with him.
You agree with them? You
it's
show
a
respect to that.
Yes.
It's a system, yeah? It's an understood system.
Yeah, understood system inside of.
It's obvious to me that survival in Pollsmoor depends on belonging to the Number. But in this brotherhood, initiation and promotion are earned by violence. And for this reason, a prisoner's sentence can get longer and longer.
The 8th of February was sentenced on the 8th of February 1983 to 6 years in prison.
To 6 years. That was a long time ago. 6 years have passed. You have problems here then, yeah?
Yeah, and then I assault members, something step members, so on.
You stabbed prison people.
Prison. The last
So what
member
was the worst, yeah?
I stabbed was Mr. Mari. I am Matthews and Monges, and Mr. Malfas know it.
You stabbed a prison warder because he was a bad man, because he was
No,
told?
it was only just to be higher ranking officers in 28.
Yeah.
So you were given an order to stab a warder, and that moves you up through the rank, yeah? Where did you stab him? Why?
The first shot I was stabbed was in his chest.
You stabbed him in his chest.
The second was in his left arm, and the third shot was behind his back, and then I choose gun and do the further stabbing, like his neck, a shot here, other shots, one shot only here, not a light shot here.
Was the order to kill him or just to hurt him?
The order was to kill him.
Why did you come to prison?
Why murder, intent to murder, in housebreaking?
Have you committed any more crimes according to
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that? Do you want to tell us? No? I guess.
Other guys cutting with a knife and you see, rob the people in prison, all the stuff.
One thing that surprised me, because I've been to many prisons around the world, the use of knives here seems to be far more than in other prisons. People use fist or they use metal. But here knives seem to be the...
You didn't use a phrase, I use a knife, but you use a cup or something like that.
cup.
Yeah.
As in a
cup.
cup. It's a cup.
Yeah.
It's made of meat.
Oh, you turn it into a mate.
Then you eat him on his
Can I
head.
touch? That's it. So you swing it and
That's what you
Somebody's got the with this side,
this side. So you cut.
this side.
So why do you do that side?
To make it open. To make it open. Self defense.
One of the best weapons is this. It's a lock on the end of a. Fuck. Excuse my language.
Bang you.
Yeah.
You feel the weight and you can check what it can do to a person's skull.
Sharp.
The heavier the lock, the better, because I mean, you crack your skull, you got to.
But you must not take it long like this.
Sure,
There's less chance of
Because if
missing.
you
Yeah?
hit me, because if you hit me, I can catch this thing. I catch it, then I got you.
So show me how. Dan must het weer show.
Slaat me maar niet zo lastig.
Nee, please tell me.
And I catch it like this.
Okay?
If I catch it, then I stay up you.
Okay. So, but how must you keep it?
But
You
it was
must
shorter.
keep it like shorter.
Shorter.
So you're very close to the person.
Then you can do it and
Continuously, you can eat it.
continuously.
Food. Never had access like that in a prison before. Never heard people talking like that. It's totally down to the respect that Chris has, I think, inside this prison.
It seems the prisoners are beginning to trust me, and later my instinct is proved right. Unexpectedly, some of the prisoners decide to show me the numbers